by tradition.
Hold
And that
tight.
is hold tight the 3-point collectors.
Next thing, Tottenham are whipping boys for Liverpool. You lot ain't beat us in how long? So look at your face. So when I they forget about when the council is gonna take the fridge.
Oh, for real? When there was a little car park out front. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's hold
Liverpool. And as much as we can talk about Mane is a good player, Salah is a good player, they're just not the X factor, bro. Don't forget banter. Welcome back to another episode of Stoppage Time TV. As you can see, it's just the two of us today. Maze money. Yeah, hey, listen. Running fee, man. You'll see what we mean by the end of the month.
Now, you know?
But shout out Manscaped. You know, this show is sponsored by Manscaped. 20% off when you'd use our discount code STTV. You know, I guess, oh yeah, spray that in there. It's smelling good. But listen, guys, make sure you like, make sure you share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. And everybody, wish me a happy birthday, yeah? Because when this drops, it's my birthday. So make sure you drop in them comments. Drop me a happy birthday wish. You know what I mean?
And any gal, drop them some nudes.
Whoa, hey. Nah, none less of that. None of that, boy.
Oh, what? You're a faithful man now, yeah?
Hey, come on, man. I'm loyal to everything, you know what I mean? Nah. But yeah, listen, send your birthday wishes. Weed whacker.
Get all of that.
Weed whacker hype. Oh, weed whacker. Flipping. Lawnmower 4.0, which I still haven't received myself. But you know, we'll get into that another day. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's been a mad week again, as the Premier League every week is starting to be an exciting one. But
I'm just glad it's back, bruv.
Yeah, and it in May's fashion, let's hold tight the 3-point collectors. Unfortunately.
Away the tune!
Right, you said away at the tune. I said away at the tune. I was like, yo, it sound like Leon Bailey, man.
Leon Bailey.
Man said away at the tune. I was like, whoa.
Sir,
But, you know, hold tight the participants. And now let's get into the blood clot. But listen, yeah, there's only one place to start, innit? And it's Man United. Be Leicester.
I wouldn't even say... Let's start on United as well. Let's save the bloodbath for later.
Yeah.
I want to start on a positive note.
Okay.
I want to start with Leicester.
Yeah.
I think that was probably, for me personally, best performance of the season so far. They needed it. For them, yeah. Like, they needed it. They've been struggling early in the season. And I think the biggest thing for me, I liked about that game was Brendan switching back to the 3. I think last season, that's probably the system that worked best for them. Ricky Pereira coming back in. Madison first half was balling. Tielemans, my brother, controlling the midfield. You see when a real controller steps on the field?
Nah, please.
Hey, listen. But I thought they were brilliant in the first half. And then in the second half, for me, the character as well. When United equalise in the way they do, Rashford's returning. Good little, nice little return as well. But for me, the 3-2 then, the 4-2 then, it's ugly scenes for United. But for me, it's kind of what Leicester needed to kickstart their season in honesty. So I'm really impressed with Brendan. Salute to them.
You were trying to get that warrant cleared.
Listen.
For Brendan,
listen,
boy.
I had tweets loaded. I don't even have drafts. I had cooking sessions ready for this brother, but he saved himself. And it was like his tactics, what I felt like actually won them the game. The players he chose, Iheanacho, absolute handful.
They need to stay with them two up top.
Yeah, man. I think Daka, even when he came on, done well as well. Like, got his goal. Needed that, I think. But yeah, Leicester, all in all, I thought very, very good game from them. But then on the other side, brother. On the other side, Oli got absolutely schooled, bro. Like, And the worst thing is he cashed in all his like individual brilliance checks. You know, like CR7 starting, we're there. Greenwood super goals, we cashed that in. What was it? DDG super saves, we cashed that in. What was the other one? And Rashford, of course, returning. He cashed, you know, like money in the bank, the full briefcase. He handed it all in and said, please get me out of jail.
He's saying they kicked out.
Individual brilliance was not saving him today. And there's only so long you can run, but I thought your match reaction hit a lot of nails on the head, bro. Like, what did you think of that game? And brother, when does the straw break the camel's back?
Bro, it's one of them ones where, like, by now, fam, the guy has got to go. And look, bro, man, I said, remember, was it last season or was it the season before? After the whole I want Ollie in shit, after that great run, quickly I was like, yo, we've got the worst manager in the Premier League.
I can't lie, that was a very quick turn. You know when Cam gets behind something, he's usually there. I'm like, till the end.
Hold on, we've got the worst manager, and I'm genuinely serious when I think Man United have the worst manager in the Premier League. Like, there's some bad managers in this league, yeah.
Him and Steve Bruce neck and neck.
Bro, because Steve Bruce was my club's first winning Premier League captain, I'm gonna have him just a little bit above. 1,000 games in the game. Shout him out anyway. So, but honestly, when I say this man is not getting the best out of anybody. I said it. That midfield, the gap between the midfield and the defense was like the ocean. It was like an ocean. You look at Bruno is playing up front. Pogba is playing wherever he wants. Matic is just aging in the midfield right in front of us. Harry Maguire,
bro. We
like. Let me just go for Ollie first, yeah. Before I get into the individuals, Ollie. You know what? Look, you know when I said that United have a super team, individual wise, the players. When you look at when you look at the actual team, that's a very good team. But when you look at the actual molding of the team, you look at Liverpool. Their team is based off high intensity. Every single player in that team is intense. And this is before Klopp even signed them, because he identified what he wants. He knows his system. Yeah. Van Dijk has always been a front foot defender. Joe Gomez and these type of players, they're fast front foot defenders. Robertson, if anyone remembers Robert Hull, he was doing the same thing. Obviously not to the same quality and level, but he's intense. The only person, you got Hendo, you got Milner, you got Salah, Mane, they're all intense football players. The only player that's not is probably Trent, but he's bought into the system and now he plays that way. City, they're based on pure technical ability. Everyone on that team can ball in one way. So Pep knows what he's identifying and what he's signing. You look at Man United's team, you wanted to be a team that plays out of the back, but you sign Wan-Bissaka. You want to be a team that's a high line, but you sign Harry Maguire. You sign Van der Beek, you don't know what to do with him. Sancho, he's a complete different player to Rashford. He's a complete different player to Cristiano, is a complete different player to Martial, who's meant to be the other striker. Everyone, there's no mix. Pogba is completely different to Bruno. What style is what are they buying into? What are these guys meant to buy into? And that's what happens when you have no system and you just sign players just because they're quality players. And you can see it by Man United. We're so mismatched. It's literally like pick and mix, bro. It's like, today I'm gonna go with this type of winger. I'm gonna go. It's an absolute mess. And bro, it's hard to even get into some of the stuff that I was seeing on that football pitch. But first and foremost, so people can stop with this whole, he's done a great squad building, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he bought a couple good players, but in terms of building a team, he's built a terrible team because he doesn't know how to manage them. He's not good enough for this level. Cohesion. He's never been good enough for this level. And it's just absolutely unbelievable that a club like Man United will sit around and wait for this to happen, because you can sack him now and the season is still savable. Mm-hmm. You can go on Wednesday and lose against Atalanta or whatever, and you might be out of the Champions League. We've got Liverpool on Sunday. You've got City afterwards. And the thing is, I said, on Stoppage Time, this is no longer... People in 1920, Man United season 1920, every time where you thought, it's peak for Ollie, we got a big win, or we got a big win in the big games.
Saved them.
Last season, that didn't happen. Mm-hmm. We don't win big games no more. Yeah. We don't win high leverage games. We don't win big games. This season... But it's not the same. So people are looking at it like, do you know what?
He's gonna pull
Ollie's
it out.
judge is gonna pull out. He's not pulling out shit. United are not pulling out shit, bro.
And the thing is, what you just said there as well, there's 2 quotes I want to touch on as well. Because him after the game, I think he said, they asked him, should this be a wake-up call, this result? And he turned around and goes, this shouldn't be a wake-up call. We've had these wake-up calls before. Then Pogba comes on afterwards and he says, to be honest, we have been having these kind of games for a long time. We have not found a problem, conceding easy goals, stupid goals. We need to be more mature, play with more experience. We need to find something. We need to change.
And listen, the only thing you can change is the manager. The only thing you can change. There's no way. I don't believe these players respect him on that level to be like, we'll die for this guy, or they even understand what he's doing. There's been little leaks coming out of the club that, you know, some players don't even enjoy training. This little murmurs that you always get before a manager goes. So you're always thinking like, okay, it's gonna that moment's gonna come, but it's an absolute waste. It's an absolute waste what Manchester United are doing at the moment. And with comments like that, with the Ray Ronaldo storming off the pitch, with a player like Ronaldo, Ollie put himself in a very bad position hiring Ronaldo. Because, bro, that type of pressure is immense. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm interested to see how it turns out. But listen, Ollie, we've said it a million times. Thank you for 99, bro. It's time to go, fam. It's as simple as that. It's time to go, man. Like, I can't believe we're doing this. But going on the individuals, Manchester United spent 80 million. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not really somebody that talks about. Bro, let's file this case, bro. Like,
this is, and I think,
this is section B. This is section B 9.5. Harry Maguire. Like, yo, go and arrest him, bro.
The warrants are out.
Go and arrest him.
The warrants are out, bro.
Bro, this guy, look, I keep saying it in production. You know, I always say this example, but I have to say it again. You know Gary Cahill. I always was on Gary Cahill's side when he was at Chelsea. But Gary Cahill was one of them defenders that I swear to you, if he puts just a foot wrong, the team go and score. He's like, every mistake he makes gets punished. But Harry Maguire, I've never seen a centre-back in my life get away with so many game-costing mistakes. Whether you pass it to the opposition, whether you get nutmegged, whether you get skinned, he always gets away with it somehow. And this season, he hasn't been getting away with it as much. Yesterday, again, but Ollie playing him in the first place after saying he's barely had training. Ollie said, oh, Maguire has barely had training, but in the last session, he didn't feel any pain. Is that the criteria to start football matches? You got Bailly there. What does that mean for Bailly? You can't even play ahead of 50%, Maguire. Leave the club. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to only say that that's Ollie's fault, because Maguire's been doing this all season. 100% whatever he is. He has been absolutely shocking this season, yeah? And people thought, you know, get fast, aggressive, Varane or somebody around him. You know, it's actually only made him look worse. Because Man United are actually now having to play a high line because we've got a Varane. And absolutely, Maguire's like a, what's that term? A fish out of water, bro. He's a fish out of water, because you look at Maguire, he's someone that would probably want the game played in front of him, win some headers, and we move on. Look, as great as John Terry was, he was never really a high-line defender. He knew his strengths. You never got to see it. His weaknesses been shown. But now we've got this kind of fast, aggressive centre-back next to him. He's having to play high. He's getting skinned on the halfway line. He's trying to play out from the back. He's not good enough. There's this... I was one of the people, even when he was at Leicester, that like, yo, he can drive with the ball. He can
bring the ball out.
The guy can't even play out the back. The guy can't play out the back. I don't understand. And to be fair, like, if it was me, I'll be honest. If it was me, I'd strip him from captaincy. I'm not even gonna lie. He's not fit to be a Man United captain.
Bro, it's getting to that stage now for me, because it's like, if you look at all 4 goals as well, you know he played a part in conceding.
All of them.
Every single one.
All of them.
For the first goal, I'm sorry, the dilly-dallying where you're waiting 15 minutes.
This is an international duty where people don't press. This is the Premier League.
And the thing is last year, people were saying they saw improvements in Maguire. Do you know, we might finally be getting the player that we signed. For the Euros or World Cup International, it was like, yo, we're seeing better form Maguire. This was meant to be the season where he kicks on with Varane. And then we look at the second goal as well. Ball watching for Soyuncu. The Pats and Daka one was the worst.
Brother.
He literally
don't forget the Jamie Vardy one.
There. The Jamie Vardy one, where he
do you know what? Let me forget him.
And then Because he sees Lindelof and he's thinking, I'm like, take ownership.
Exactly.
Be the leader of the back line. And
Yeah.
even the one where people are saying, oh, Matic was marking Soyuncu. Guess what? Soyuncu has about 5 minutes where he just stood there looking around, waiting for the ball to bounce to him. Maguire stood there looking side by side. Nothing. No leadership in that back line. And that's my biggest issue is an armband has been given to a brand new signing who, for me, hadn't really won anything before.
He hasn't won anything.
Credit that kind of out of the gate. And then your leadership skills, I'm sorry. Before that, I was like, I don't know what he's done to warrant it. And since he's got the armband, I have not seen any point where I'm like, that's the leader of that team.
And the thing about it, right, is that the reason why I'm saying I think he shouldn't be the captain of Man United, right, is because one, I've seen him enough times now that when he does make a mistake or when he does one of these things do happen, he's rattled for the rest of the game.
Done.
I've never seen a captain breathe so much. What's the word? So much
shakiness.
Yeah, he breathes so much, like he radiates a lack of confidence into the rest of the team.
Yeah.
He always makes like maybe an early mistake or whatever, and it rattles the team. Your captain, I don't care if your captain's a hothead or whatever, your captain's the one that in the pressure moments you look to, he's the one that's telling you, calm down. He gets on the ball, he might pass it, just 3 little passes, he calms everyone down. Maguire's the one that makes everyone nervous, bro. That is not a captain. I'm sorry, that's not a captain. And I don't think for his sake, he needs the captaincy because the pressure, production, 360 mentioned it. Maybe he tries too hard because he's the captain of Man United. Maybe because even everyone doubted, why are you the captain? You have to show a little bit more. He's not fit to be Man United captain. He needs to be taken off that, in my opinion. And for me, I do understand in situations, Man United don't have a DM and all this stuff, but some of these things are not DM, bro. I am happily mentioning the way Bruno, Matic, and Pogba played. Awful. If their goals came from there, I will highlight them guys. But when goals and mistakes are coming just from you being silly on the ball, I'm sorry, Kante or whoever would not have stopped Maguire from making that mistake. No. It wouldn't have happened. So there's too many excuses for some players. And for me, I would take him off it. But
can I ask you, man?
Yeah, bro.
But why doesn't he make these mistakes at England?
I was going to say that. You see, for England, though, some people are good at international level. Some people are poor at international level. For me, when you look at international level, as I've always mentioned, it's slower, bro. Tell me one nation you know that actually tactic is pressing. They're going to press.
There ain't.
Spain, in their heyday, maybe. Now,
one team, though.
One team we can possibly say.
I think everybody presses though.
I don't think with the intensity of the Premier League.
I think
you get so much
at the Euros a little bit, but even them, they was like the one team that was really pressing.
Yeah, you get in Premier League football, pressing is a basic. You have to do it, and you see it, and that's my same thing with Paul Pogba. The intensity of the Premier League and the way the teams press, I think he likes the game a bit slower. He likes to get his touches. He likes to feel you, bro. In the Premier League, they don't give a shit about that. In international football, he can do that. It's slow, it's nice, and he will ball out and you will see the best of his abilities. In the Premier League, I think it's the same with Maguire. Not saying that he hasn't played in the Premier League before, but at this level, what he wants to do, he's in the team to be that ball-playing centre-half. He's not up for it, man. He's not up for it.
And the thing is this is the difference in what you're saying is at that, and at that level, at United, this is where it's highlighted even more. At Leicester, I think maybe he could have got away with a lot of these performances, a lot of these mistakes that don't get punished. But at United,
you know what's different?
It's going to be highlighted.
You know what's different with Leicester? When Leicester were playing, when Harry Maguire was there, were they ever favourites to win matches that as to the level of even what they are now?
Yeah,
they were okay. They were finishing. I don't even remember where they were finishing. They weren't finishing as good as they are without Harry Maguire. A lot of the times when you saw the best of Harry Maguire's ball playing ability was when Leicester are in transition. So he gets it and he drives at the back, running through a few. He's moving with the ball. There was rarely times where Maguire just, for Leicester, just has the ball, you know, he's looking out, where can I, like, what you are at Man United, I can pass it in. It wasn't the case like that, bro. At Leicester, it was a lot of, he wins the ball and he's gone. It's different at Man United, different requirements. So this is what we say about, even, look how we talk about Jack Grealish and all stuff, different requirements when you go to different teams. And it's just not up for it.
You know, one little sideshow I'm noticing though as well, that I noticed in that game, and I mentioned it last week as well, Mr. Money, Mace.
Come on,
Mr.
man.
Mason Greenwood.
He doesn't give a shit
Listen,
about-
the light-skinned boys, they can shoot. Let's acknowledge that first of all.
He's
Two
saying Steph
great
Curry.
goals. Steph Curry with the
Steph
shot,
Curry.
boy.
What's his brother? Seth as well.
Clay
Seth.
comes to the... Hey,
Clay.
they Splash
Jeez.
Brothers right there yesterday, him and
Yeah.
Tielemans. But I'm not... Tell me I'm lying. Bro, they were two quality goals. But I'm noticing shades of... Do you remember when CR7 arrived? And Ruud van Nistelrooy was the top dog.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo was like, I don't give a fuck about you, big man. I'm the big dog coming up. Mason Greenwood is giving me big CR7 early vibes.
Yeah.
The way he's just ignoring... Because if you saw the first shot, I think, before the goal, he took one just like that. And Ronaldo just gave him like the little, hey, have a look up, lad. I'm in the box. Second one, he rifled that. He said, I don't give a shit, big man.
And Ronaldo
I'm a
looked mad
Messi
impressed
stan.
with that goal.
That's what people don't know, you know.
Yeah.
Mason Greenwood is a big Messi stan. And I'm looking at this relationship. I'm like, have you been noticing it?
Yeah. No, the thing is, like, in terms of like, does he not like? There was people on Twitter were trying to say Mason Greenwood does not like Ronaldo. Now that's too far. I don't think he does not like Ronaldo. But what I think Mason Green is, first and foremost, Mason Greenwood is a striker. Can we get that out there? Mason Greenwood is a striker. So his first instinct is to shoot first. And he's been that way since the academy. He is a pure gunman, bro.
Yeah.
That is what he was in the academy. 45 goals in 47 games and ridiculous stuff like that. He is a goal scorer. He has this mentality. The guy barely smiles on the pitch, bro. He barely smiles on the pitch.
like that.
He has this mentality where I think he thinks, nah, I'm world level of what I can do.
Yeah.
I don't have to bow to nobody. Because you know the rest of the Man United team, they can't wait to post on Insta with Ronaldo. They can't wait to celebrate with him. They can't wait. Everything is like...
warm up next to him and post a warm-up picture.
Yeah, everything is like, you're here, we're here to help you. We're part of your story. Mason Green was like, what do you mean? I'm here to be the all-time scorer of this club. Like, that's it. That's his mentality. And I love it. People are trying to take it out of him. Stop shooting, You're not going to get this. All right, stop Mason Greenwood from shooting. Stop him from being a shooter. You're not getting a star boy. You're getting a very good player. You're not getting a star boy. Mix it all together. Now you're getting a star boy.
Almost taken away from his game.
Exactly. It's like saying, tell Phil Foden stop dribbling. Just keep it simple, mate.
Yeah. It's his go-to.
What are you going to have? You're going to have what? You know what I mean? A decent little player there. You know what I'm saying? So I hate when people are trying to say stop him from shooting and all that type of stuff.
Jared Bowen. If you tell Foden to stop
Yo,
dribbling,
man.
Hey, leave Bowen alone, man.
Nah, but you know what I'm saying, innit? Like,
you
can't take that away from him. Whether that's what's made you love him, don't make that what makes you hate him. It's just like when you get a girl. You know when you get a girl, she says that she loves a chilled, laid-back guy. Until you're in a relationship and you're chilled and laid back. All of a sudden, you need to do more, show me more attention. What do you mean? That's why you got with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, man, like, let's move on from United, man. How long we got production, please? 35. But, yeah, anything else you want to touch on?
No. To be honest, I think we covered everything. Leicester. Well
Watch
done.
my reaction proofs in the pods.
Yeah. Go check that out as well. I want to move on to another
nah,
game.
Leicester didn't get enough credit, man.
Oh yeah,
give
it's
Leicester-
not even that Leicester. I need to touch on as well. Like when you look at Man United as well, like there is worrying things. This Sancho, he is 10 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. And the thing you see with me, I'm not somebody that focuses. I'm not somebody that focuses on the first season. I give everyone a chance, but my concern is that I haven't even seen a glimpse.
Performances.
I haven't even seen a glimpse, bro. Like there's not even been moments where you're like, oh,
We got the Sancho from there.
you know what I'm saying? And that's concerning. And you see, there's first season blues at clubs, but at Man United, it's difficult.
It's
like first season blues, and you know, Rashford comes back, completely makes us look a better attack, scores. Greenwood scores a screamer. Rashford's gonna come straight. We know Ollie. Rashford's coming straight back in the team, and the casualty is gonna be Sancho.
Yeah.
So you've had 10 games, not contributed to anything, in my opinion, not had a good game, and now you're gonna get just dropped for Rashford, bro. It's hard to come back from that. Not saying his career's over before anyone gets gassed, but first season it might be one of them
But it's
seasons
that
where
same
he gets
thing we
like
always say, it's
4
that-
goals and 3
that
assists. No cap.
No, it's that standard though that we talked about, bruv, because he's now coming in here, and we've seen it before with Depay. We've seen it
Yes.
before with Angel Di Maria.
Mm-hmm.
Two top quality players when they were coming
Better
in.
play. We've seen it with better
Di Maria
players.
was even better than what Sancho.
Not
Sancho
even
wishes
a
he
question.
could-
Not even. That's
He
not even.
was-
That's not
he
even.
was-
He was just
bro,
come
he
off
was
the
just coming
Champions
off the
League.
Champions
man of
League
the
final, bro.
match.
Where
Man
he's
of
man of the
match.
match.
Come on,
Do
there's
you see what I'm
levels to this.
saying? Levels. And it was like 6 months later, a couple bad performances, get him out of here.
Mhm.
Safe. No one was trying to give him the patience or the time. And that's the thing I think people forget is at these big clubs, this is what happens. There's
And-
no more Dortmund, nice.
It's
Yeah,
not.
because we're
It's not
playing
that.
nice football. It don't run like that.
And the thing is, yeah, like, no disrespect to Chelsea, even though like Havertz he's not having a great time at the
Mhm.
moment. Whatever. It's still not as big as Man United, bro. The pressure, Jack Grealish, I don't care. It's not as big as Man United. Like
Yeah.
the pressure at Man United is different. We've seen Diego Forlan, Varane, Memphis, as you mentioned, Di Maria. There's been better players that have come here and struggled, bro.
It is. And the thing is, I was just about to say something there as well. I don't know. I forgot now. I forgot.
Hey, but yeah, like I do think obviously
No,
I do think it's tough for him because we don't play the way Dortmund do. The
Yeah.
way he plays, we don't even have players that connect like that. We ain't got players that like to pop 1-2s, and we're just get the ball. Ronaldo's there. Let's see what's going on.
The Dortmund and Bundesliga style did definitely help him though, because a lot of their goals was on the break, playing against really high lines as well. And in the Prem, you're not gonna get that.
Yeah.
You've kind of got to create your own space. But the one thing I'm not seeing is him even taking on the man 1-on-1 now, which is almost like, yo, the confidence is shot to bits. But listen, he's gonna be one that's gonna be in for a long season. And the thing, I just remembered what I was gonna say.
He's in
actually.
trouble, man.
The reason why Kai will get away with it, his team is winning.
Yeah.
I think anytime your team is winning, it can mask your poor performances because it's like, oh, at least he's just playing a role. We're winning. It don't matter. But when you're not winning, when your team is playing ugly football, when your team lacks an identity,
Same. It's like
and
it's
you've
like
been
Pepe,
signed
innit?
as the star marquee guy,
It's like Pepe.
you end up in the Pepe situation. Arsenal fans are licking their lips every week.
Of course,
You
because
see
they're
them.
like, oh, Pepe cheating.
Hey,
But I'm like, come on,
they
it's
said,
a bit of a
hey,
different scenarios, but we move.
But United fans used to tell Pepe, got to
Yeah.
hit the ground running.
It's facts.
Now they're looking at Sancho and like, okay, we better see Sancho hit the ground running.
Yeah,
So
nah, it's
I
facts,
hear
man.
it. I hear it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very worried for him this season. I don't think he's not. I don't see him turning around this season. I hope he does, but I don't see him turning around this season. Because we're gonna go
you
for
said
a while.
early on it's gonna be a tough season.
I said
for him
it.
anyway.
Remember last season I was saying Greenwood's got the better ceiling and stuff. Anyway, we move. I don't care about that no more.
The
But-
Greenwood Sancho debate. We gonna have that a couple times.
For me,
throughout
it's a
the season, I
non-starter,
feel like.
but we move. Let's get into Liverpool, bro. 5-0. We're gonna talk about Mo Salah. We will. But one thing I've noticed, every time we talk about Liverpool, we don't even talk about them. We just talk about Salah.
Yeah.
We don't give them the credit that they deserve. 5-0, the only unbeaten team in the Premier League at the moment. Where did this come from, bro? Because let's be real. At the start of the season, everyone had them about 4th.
Nah, I had them third.
Yeah, 3rd,
I had
4th.
them third,
No
yeah.
one had them
I had
first.
them as
That's
dark
for sure.
horses, and they would eventually tail away. But I always knew they would start the season strong because at the back end of last season, I think
They ended it
everybody
well.
they ended so well, and I always looked at it was when their players started coming back fit. This season, they've got everybody back fit. They've got no freak injury issues. And they're looking like a cohesive team again. I'm not surprised. The more surprising part for me was like how well the front three are all mixing against Watford. Now, mind you, Watford, I think, obviously played into their hands.
Yeah.
Ranieri, you would have thought they would have got a new manager bounce, but I'm not surprised by it, to be honest. I think Liverpool are one of the best teams in the world, and they're just showing it now.
Yeah, I think, bro, for me, I tweeted, like, imagine if FSG actually backed Klopp. Imagine they backed him.
Like money.
Imagine they gave him Ollie money. Imagine they gave him Pep money. I know some managers work within their means and that's the way they are maybe best. But honestly, like, if you gave Klopp the money to go and buy, everyone knows they'd be saying that, like, Liverpool need another striker or whatever. If they actually had the money to go and buy these players, because one summer, Klopp didn't even get a signing. This summer, who did they bring? Konate.
Holy.
He's doing videos on his block. He doesn't even play. You got you've got, who else did they sign? Simicas,
Yeah, that was last year as
a
well.
sub. Oh, that was last
Thiago,
year.
yeah.
Thiago. No, I'm talking about this summer.
This summer it was only Konate.
Only
It was
Konate.
And last summer it was Thiago on a free and Simicas.
You
basically.
only gave
With Minamino as well.
Yeah, you gave man only in January.
January. Okay.
You gave man only Konate, and they're the only unbeaten team in the league. He is the definition of being able to get the best out of what he's got. And you're looking at the front three now. there was kind of like there was a time where Mane was like a take-on specialist and he could do something out of nothing. Salah was kind of like, maybe just poaching around. Firmino was this link man. Now, Mane's just on the poaching thing. Salah's on I'm going to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a playmaker.
New package.
I'm going to be a playmaker. I'm going to take man. I'm going to score worldies. I'm going to do everything, yeah? And then Firmino now, he doesn't link play as much, but he's just in a position where he's like,
Bro.
after getting that hat-trick of tap-ins, which I liked, people were dissing, hat-trick of tap-ins, Firmino doesn't do that enough.
Never.
If Firmino just decides this season, you know what? Salah, you're moving brazy. All right, I'm going to get myself in the box. The guy can eat.
Bro, for me, that was one thing I was glad about with Firmino is free poachers finishes. You don't see that from him. All we ever see is link-up play,
Nice
come
little chip
short,
finish.
little dinks, chips. And I love that about Firmino. I've always said I think he's very underappreciated. But I think in the last 18 months, his stock has taken a hit.
Ever since
Jota
you said
coming
he's
in.
Bergkamp.
Brother. I didn't say that as well, by the way. I said it's the
He's
closest
Bergkamp.
thing we've seen, but people start saying
Closest hype.
Berbatov, Good Johnson.
Yeah.
It's like there's some other good shouts. But I felt like his stock had dropped anyway. Like the goals are dried up, Jota coming, injuries, loss of form, Liverpool dropping. And it was like, brother, the whole front three magic has gone. Mane's last couple of weeks is starting to looking like he's looking more alive. Firmino, as you said, if he chips in with a few more of them poacher finishes, that 12 to 13 goals you get a season now looks like 18, 20.
Yeah.
It looks much better. Salah, that goal, I'm sorry.
Bro.
That goal is fucking brazy, brother. The feet I'm seeing, I haven't seen this kind of Salah before.
New pack. He wants 500k.
And
New
you said,
pack.
and you said in the group chat as well, 40 league goals you see.
No.
Is it
No,
league?
No.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
No.
We're not saying 40 league goals.
No, at the start of the season, I said I think Salah's getting 40 goals this season.
Okay.
I think he's gonna all comps 40 goals. I thought it's on Stoppage Time documented. I said Player of the Year Salah. I said Golden Boot Salah. Yeah. And for me, that's cash money. I'm taking that to the bank. I'm checking it
Season's
in.
long,
I'm cashing that
Season's
check.
long.
I'm cashing that check. He's got a full, bro. I'm cashing that check. Yeah.
The start always helps.
Obviously, everything, was about X Factor. And do you know what? Yeah, I didn't know X Factor was that mad. Like,
Bro.
people be moving mad about that. You know what I'm trying to say?
You know, Cam almost said it like a little throwaway
Just a
comment.
little
Yeah, people latched
Stuck.
onto it. Anytime Salah balls out, X Factor.
And
at
you know what's-
Culture Cams.
Do you know what's mad though? It's
love
taken. It's take. You know, I made that tweet. You know, I made that video December 2020. It's taken till October 2021 for people to start at me. So, in my opinion, I done pretty well.
Good for
I
9 months.
had a good little run. I had a good run. But this season, bro, X Factor, it's there.
You can't talk.
Everything that we're talking about, Hazard had. He's doing. He's won the goals, playmaking, influencing the game, scoring. Bro, the guy is doing everything. And for me,
please, let's not ignore the outside of the boot passes.
yeah, I was just about to say, bro,
Lord have mercy.
that's when you know he's just testing his range.
That's a KDB pass.
That's when he's testing his range. You know when when LeBron shoots from the logo just for no reason. He just shoots from logo. You know when he just that's the fuck you threes. He just like I mean, test my range.
Them heat checks.
Yeah, the heat check. Now Salah is just heat checking, bro. But the guy is moving mad. And you know what I always say? Yeah, you know there's a point in everyone's career, a player's career, where you're like, all right, that was the peak. Salah, we thought we would have had that already in 17, 18. But now he's showing that this is just a long prime, but he is reaching the peak of his prime. And for me, this season, and maybe next season, the guy is going to be unruly, bro.
He's going to what you just said there.
Go on.
This season, could Salah outdo what Suarez did for Liverpool that season?
Absolutely.
Considering how highly you rate Suarez and that season. as well.
yeah.
I've always had my questions about that Suarez season. Do you think he can have that type of season?
He can have that type of season, bro. Like, let's be real.
He's already had that.
He's kind of debating.
No,
he's had that.
I would say the 17-18 is the closest it got. But I think a lot of Liverpool fans still hold that Suarez season as
carry
like,
job.
That's the carry job season. That's one of the best individual seasons we've seen.
I think because Suarez gave you, as I said, X Factor so much. Bro, there's so many goals, free kicks, half volleys from behind.
United,
bro, the guy done so much that season that made you just say, "What? Wow, You know what I mean? And that is what Mo Salah's doing. When you think about the best Premier League season from any players, Ronaldo, wow factor in 08, in 08, Suarez.
Yaya
you look
Toure.
at Yaya. There were so many moments where you say, wow, bro. It's not Van Nistelrooy had great seasons, but you don't say wow. Henry, he's the same. You say wow. Like, who else has had good seasons? Shearer, all these guys.
08, 09.
You mean 09, 010?
09, 10, is it? Yeah.
But you know, there's moments, where you're just like, this is like, it makes you have that feeling. And what Salah lacked for people is that feeling. Like, he's great, but does he make you love the game?
Now it's
No. Now, feel sight. Feel sight. He's giving you feel sight.
You feel niggas.
Bro,
that's you, man.
He's giving, bro, he's making you look at the game like,
But
bro,
I get what you're saying,
I
yeah.
want to, this guy's box office. I want to tune in and watch him. And he's getting that inevitability feeling. For me, Salah has always been inevitable. And you know he's going to score. But now I'm seeing Salah. Did you see Danny Rose when he saw Salah? He's shit scared of him, bro.
Now, Danny Rose ain't turned up to preseason training.
Bro, Salah.
The way he was looking, brother.
Nah. But listen. You know when Hazard...
saw Salah knew it was a long day.
You see when Hazard gets the ball. You see when Ronaldo gets the ball. Henry. Yeah. We can talk about a lot of the greats.
Fear.
You see fear. Salah, bro, man, I looked at Danny Rose. I was like, I tweeted, he's toast. He's toast today. He is shook. As soon as Salah gets the ball, he's backing up. He's running.
Yeah. You already
and
know
like, I'll see you later, man. You know what I mean? Like, we doing? Get out my way. It's mad, but...
And you know what Salah always loves it?
Bro.
Salah loves doing that.
Yes.
I'm going to take you this way.
It's a problem, but listen. I've got a sub question. I need that camera on me, man. We're talking about Liverpool. We've had this discussion a little bit, but is Jurgen Klopp a better manager than Pep Guardiola? All things considered.
If you're asking me, pound for pound, I personally, I think Klopp is better. I think Pep has been in better situations that have allowed him to hit successful heights that I think will rarely be matched. But what Pep has, I think, over Klopp is stylistically. So I think people will always look at the style and think that is it. But what you said earlier in regards to getting the most out of your players, getting the most out of what you're given, I'm looking at what Klopp did, not just with Dortmund, Mainz, then Liverpool. When he's coming, but it's like how you keep having to reinvent the wheel. I think Klopp could walk into any team and make them a top team. I don't know if I could say the same for Pep. I think Pep has to walk into a great situation and he makes you just the best team in the world, period. But Klopp, pound for pound, for me, what he brings, it's hard to find a manager like that for me. And I think he doesn't get the due he deserves because maybe he doesn't have that continuation of successful trophies or whatever. I think if he gets another Premier League, another Champions League, that
does come down to backing as well.
100%.
Because he wasn't able to build a dynasty or whatever. In a way, they still are, in a way. But he wasn't able to build it because he's not able to dip into the market as much. But for me, it's tough because I look at Pep and I look at just what he's done to the game, innit? Like, he's influenced the game massively. His influence on the game, the best sides I've ever seen. Oh, some of them are Pep teams. Yeah, I'm trying to say Pep's, Barcelona, City in this period. So for me, it's like, as you said, when he gets something good, it's gold. Do you know what I mean? He will make it into gold. Like if it's decent, you're silver. He can make you into something special. So for me, and when you talk about the accumulation of his trophies, if they were to retire today, tomorrow, who left the bigger legacy on the game? It's Pep. You know what I mean? And I know we're judging it by 2021, which is fair. So you could argue. But for me, he's still the reigning Premier League champion and stuff. I just can't look past him. I just can't look past him right now. But I do think Klopp is the closest thing to Alex Ferguson there's been, in my opinion.
100%.
I just think, I look at him and it's like, it's unbelievable he's not at Man United. Yeah. What he can do at Liverpool, I'm not saying he's going to win as much as Fergie because that's going to be hard to do in the modern day anymore. But, bro, he can leave a legacy like that for them.
But that's the thing. I think with Pep's legacy, especially when you look at 14, 13 years, what he's won in that time. Bro, clubs don't win that throughout their whole fucking history. Do you know what I mean? Literally, I'm not even joking. But it's, at the same time, it's the Barcelona team, he built that from scratch. I'll give him his dues there. Bayern, you walked
He didn't
in-
build that from scratch.
Well, okay, he built that off the back
I
of
hate
what
that
Rijkaard's
text.
foundations.
Bro,
will
Messi
say.
came second in the Ballon World Player of the Year.
Yeah,
before.
okay. He built that off
Yeah, I
Rijkaard's
mean, like,
foundations.
people
but
going like,
I'll
he
give
found
him
him
a
in the
lot
academy.
of credit for what he did at
Yeah.
Barca. Almost all of it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he did a madness.
And then
did a madness.
Bayern, you took over a treble-winning side.
I think that spell was a bit
It
bit of a black.
It was always a little bit, and I've always
Mm.
said that. But then City, I felt like he restored that kind of air of invincibility
Mhm.
about him. Klopp, I just feel like no matter where he goes, he just makes it better.
Mm.
And I just feel like atmosphere, like there's so many small aspects. The way the players buy in as well, and I feel like players would enjoy playing for Klopp more than they would for Pep, if that makes sense. I
Maybe.
think Pep.
Pep is a teacher, isn't it?
Yeah.
Klopp feels like a motivator.
Yes.
Pep is going to teach you about the game.
Yeah.
Robin, I think, said that. He said, I've never learned so much about football until I was under Pep. So Pep teaches you the game, like from scratch. He can get you and just build this into your head. Look, we've seen it with Mahrez, Sterling, Grealish is under that now. Didn't even play the other day. He's going to be under that. I'm going to teach you exactly how to play winning football.
Yeah.
I think Klopp
Switch this
is
up.
more of he can probably walk in, gas up a gang and get the fans behind and win, because Dortmund and Liverpool are very similar in the way the fans are absolutely incredible, bro. Yeah, I mean, it will be interesting to see him go to a Madrid where the fans are looking at you like, brother. You know what I mean? Just win. I
that's true,
don't
though,
care
actually.
about this. Win. That's what they care about.
I
You know what I
didn't
mean?
think about that. I
That
didn't
will be
think about
interesting to see, because he has taken two sides who are not expected to win. Fans are behind them. The City are behind it.
Buy into it
And
no matter what.
and they go, and that's two of the best. Yeah, so that's two of the best grounds to go to in Europe. Dortmund and Liverpool's. You look at the black and yellow wall.
is tough.
You look at Anfield, the Kop. It's massive, but we will see if he was to go to a Barcelona. Are they going to buy into it like that, where the fans are sitting there smoking cigarettes and that? Real Madrid, it is different. It's different.
Yeah,
It's
I can
different.
hear it. But I just think for what he's done,
Exactly.
I just think
he hasn't won an FA Cup and that. He doesn't care about them cup competitions.
for him it's the big.
You
it's the
got to
big
win
ones,
everything
yeah.
at these other clubs. You can't. Klopp is at this level where he can tell Liverpool fans, "Yo, don't forget about the FA Cup and Carling. We don't care. I'm only going for."
just feel
You
like-
can't say that at Madrid.
But do you
But here's
think
the
he
thing, I
focuses on that because he hasn't got a big squad
True.
and they don't spend peace
Yeah,
on it? He has
maybe.
to prioritize.
He
Yeah.
can only go for the big prizes, whereas Pep is usually in teams where your B team can contend for a Champions
come in
League.
everything.
So it's
Yeah.
like, yo, I can win everything.
The
type of
reason
thing.
why I just got to go Pep is because I've never seen a manager that can just. Obviously, Fergie done
He's
it
a
with like,
suffocator, man.
but he just
He's got a
dominates
chokehold
too
on
much. Yeah, I'm
football.
saying,
He's got
but
a chokehold on football.
it even
That's
leads to that because of the last 60 minutes. But I just want to quickly touch on this one as well. Like, we're talking about Man City and Liverpool. Big up Man City for their win. Where does this kind of Liverpool-Man City rivalry, no, you can say football
It
rivalry,
is a
right?
rivalry. It's a
Where does this
competitive
rank?
rivalry,
Where does
yeah.
this rank in the Premier League? Because it might be, let's be honest. I know, I think it's second to Arsenal.
You're about to overrate.
I
it.
think it's second. I think it's second to Arsenal, Man United in the Premier League history. That's my opinion.
I think it's one of the best in terms of footballing quality.
Yes,
But there's no bad blood. That's what
Yeah,
ruins
yeah.
it.
No.
There's
Yeah,
no,
but
like,
remember I said, yeah, true. I
there's
get what you're
none of
saying.
that- The spite in there.
I get what you're saying. There's no spice, but think about what these teams are doing, bro. Think about what these teams are
They're
doing. The way they
pushing each other
compete.
to levels that we haven't seen
And-
other Prem teams push each
And
other to.
every game against each other are lit.
I can't lie. That
They've
is
got
one.
the two best managers in the world.
Yeah, I can't lie. Their fixture is the most exciting top level fixture. I think even when I look back at the Arsenal Uniteds, I don't think they were even that exciting. This one, you're guaranteed high quality football, high quality goals.
But I agree with the bad blood. But who
You've
else
gotta
had the
have
bad
bad
blood?
blood
We
in-
can't really say Chelsea, Arsenal because Chelsea always smoked them. That wasn't a
Nah,
competition.
Chelsea Liverpool had some bad blood.
That was a
That
good
was
one.
serious.
But do you know about Chelsea Liverpool? That actually same
That
as
was-
same as Liverpool City. It stretched into other competitions
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
That's what I liked about
That
Chelsea
was
Liverpool.
the-
Carling
the
Cup
ghost
finals,
goal.
Champions
It's
League.
like Liverpool had Chelsea's number
They
in the
did.
Champions League.
They
Rafa
did.
Benitez did.
They did.
Hey,
They
When,
did.
when Chelsea beat them that one time,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
finally beat them. They
Yeah.
were
Drogba was celebrating like
They won.
Lampard.
They won.
it took a 4-4, man.
yeah. No, it did. It did. Do
No.
you know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. I think it's top three then. Let's say top three. For me, Arsenal, Man United, because of legacy, because of Fergie and thingy butting heads, I think that it just makes it legendary. Roy Keane, Vieira, you can't talk about the Premier League without talking about that. But then I would go maybe Chelsea, Liverpool.
Are you saying
Chelsea,
rivalries
Liverpool,
in
Man
just
City?
general rivalries though?
I think just all
Just
round
what, are you
like
like in
pairings.
Merseyside, North London?
No. What? No.
Oh, you're talking about like
set
at the top
moments,
battling
set
for it.
moments.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I think on field quality, Liverpool, Man City's number one.
Yeah.
In terms of quality of
On field
matches,
quality, better than the United.
Bro.
United.
Arsenal
I
ones,
think the Invincibles
in
in that.
So man,
Woo!
that used to sometimes, even if you watch it back, it used to be slugfest, bro.
That's the point.
I know, but it's like with these, they're like, now we're gonna put on a show for the Premier League.
Yeah.
This is, the advert for the Premier League. That's it there.
Yeah, that's good. Let us know what you guys think. The top 3 rivalries, and we're not talking about Merseyside and that. The top 3
Competitive,
top of the table rivalries in Premier League history.
Chelsea, Arsenal though. Just because of Jose and Wenger.
quick.
Jose and Wenger, because
it was quick. You guys can't be beating them 6-0 on his 1000th anniversary, man.
Jose took like, I think he's like 1,000.
Yeah, 6-0. 6-0.
Yeah,
6-0. That's when Salah scored the last goal. No one remembers that, but Salah scored the game.
Oscar scored 2.
Yeah, it was
Hazard.
That's when I think Kieran Gibbs got sent off Oxlade-Chamberlain or something.
And
or
the mix-up, yeah.
But
because Wenger could never get a W on Jose. He could just never beat him.
But that's too one-sided, man. That's too one-sided.
The
Specialist in failure.
No, but that's right. But they actually...
That's too one-sided.
Man, push man and that.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I feel sorry for Wenger, man. He got mentally bullied by Fergie.
Nah, allow Wenger,
then he
man. He's
got
great.
mentally bullied by Jose.
Allow
Back-to-back
Wenger, man.
managers, bro.
If it wasn't for Wenger, Man United would have won the Premier League 6 times in a row. Gotta give him his respect, man. He did well to even stop Man United for a bit.
He did the greatest achievement, as Fergie said.
I think it is as well.
Greatest achievement, which is the invincible season.
I think it is as well, personally. But let's move on, man.
Let's
talk about obviously you guys got your nice little win. Harry Kane finally got on the score sheet
It's about
against
time.
Oil Money now.
Alhamdulillah, FC. Yo.
Against Oil Money. What do you think about the game? And obviously, I saw your reaction to Ndom and Kane scoring. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm going to see that for Ndom, but...
Listen, we got to enjoy it when it comes. That's the thing. And I was even saying, listen, we got to enjoy these Newcastle W's while we can get them, bruv. Couple years' time, man, am I going to be looking at Newcastle and be like, yo, I'll be grateful if we can take a draw. But listen, it was a good game to come back the international break from. We stopped the slide against Villa, was it? Last game of before the break. Stopped the little rut. So coming into this, I said, yo, these men are going to be bouncing. New owners. Stadium's going to be rocking. You saw the place going nuts. Fam, 2 minutes in.
Bro.
Wow. I said, yo, I need to stop doing these live watch-alongs.
Bro, you about to go 0 for 4.
I was... No.
0 for 4.
1 and 3.
Wait.
We're 2 and 2 now.
Oh,
We're 2 and 2. We're bringing it back. But I was like, yo, this is a disgusting start. And it was the same old shit, defensively slow, can't create, can't score. But then the quality kicks in. I said, couple man need to step up. Kane, Son, and Ndom. Son's been the main man anyway. But Kane and Ndom stinking up the whole season. So it was nice to see them come in. And Ndombele, man of the match.
Son's gone under the radar. I didn't even deep that Son's not really been doing his thing. I didn't even think about that. You guys only scored 6 goals at that point anyway.
I think he's got 4 in 7.
Goal. I think the first
he's got 4 in 7.
Son.
Yeah, he's literally been.
So he's doing his thing then?
He's been carrying the team the whole season, bro.
Yeah.
Single-handedly. So,
by the way,
he even got his little tap in as well. But listen, good performance all round. Yeah.
You're above Man United.
Hey, as I said to Rob,
they're above Man United.
As my good friend Culture Cam says, we move in silence. We move in silence.
Bro.
Shh. Don't worry about us. We're small. We're outsiders looking in.
Bro, you're 5th and your goal difference is -3. This is incredible, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
Man United are 6th. Oh, my goodness,
Listen. Nuno, we're watching this. But like, it was a good win.
He's doing his thing, fam. Like, low key, you lost your first 3?
Bro.
You lost your first 3?
Yeah, no. We won the first 3 1-0
then lost
scraping.
3.
Then we lost 3. And it was like the first 3-0, 1-0 wins were, if you looked at the performances, bro, we didn't deserve to win. We caught City on an off day. Wolves should have caved us in if they took their chances. And we got lucky against Watford. And then it was...
You never know, football moves quick though, innit?
Listen, even the performance today, bro, there was moments where Newcastle looked like, yo, they can get back into this.
It's because you guys haven't drawn. You guys haven't drawn a game.
Bro, we're struggling to create. We're struggling to keep the ball. I still don't understand what Nuno's identity or philosophy is at the minute. I just know he knows how to defend.
Yeah.
So as long as he can coast by and get a couple results, he's a stopgap.
Not at the moment.
Honestly.
Well, you guys...
He's a stopgap manager, I'm telling you. He won't be here for a long time, you know. definitely. But
I mean, yeah. You guys 5 wins, 0 draws, 3 wins, 3 losses, scored 9, conceded 12. But I mean, you guys are 5th at end day ahead of us, so we can't even talk.
Newcastle, beat City, some good scalps there. And
Talking about the table anyway. I don't want to spend too long on you guys. I mean, anything on Newcastle?
THFC show Tuesday. Make sure you tune into my
for
channel.
me, the Newcastle takeover is good for them. I don't really have much to say. We've spoken about it so much. But the Newcastle
off camera.
Yeah. The Newcastle move, for me, is good for them, and I'm very interested to see what's going to happen in the next 5 years. You saw that lineup today, and I said. This post is going to be gold in the next 5 years. People are going to be, Newcastle fans are going to be like, I can't believe Jamal Lascelles was our captain. I can't believe we had this John Joe Selvey and that when they're having all these stacked players.
Joe Linton.
One thing about them though, they better hope they not go to the championship, bruh. Try to run around like Bayern Munich in the championship.
No. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Because when City had their takeover, if you remember, was just before Christmas as well. They kept getting punched up right up until Christmas. Then I think they signed Gareth Barry. They signed a couple man in that January window. I remember Adam Johnson.
Maybe.
I can't remember. A couple of Englishmen anyway. And that kept them 12th that season, I think. I think that's what Newcastle
had their link to
Newcastle, I think they said the one good thing sports director on he did. Forgot his name.
He kept them in. He didn't keep them in debt.
That was it. He kept their books. So they've almost got 190 million worth of money that they can spend before FFP.
Jordan.
So they need to go, listen.
Simon Jordan effect. Yeah. We've got the same trim as him as well.
Who do you think in that current team now that you'll see? You know how when the takeovers came, like Babiaro and them man got dashed. Only Michael Richards stayed when he was City. Remember, like Phillips, he went Chelsea takeover, didn't get in the team. They went back to City, then they got bought, then he had to dip again. So who do you think in that team is gonna will we actually stay?
Longstaff, the academy kid will stick around. ASM, Wilson.
I don't think Wilson's going to be.
I think I think Wilson will stick around for like the next year or 2.
No, we're talking about when they're on. When they become like we're going for the title.
But who's going to be in the team? I want to ask: when do they become on? How soon? Because I don't think Newcastle become a serious top 4 club even next season.
No, of course not.
So it's like what, 2 years?
I'd say about 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. So it's going to take time.
Yeah. I mean, I would say. St. Maximin, I would say Longstaff because the academy bit. You got to have someone that knows the club. Yeah. And then from there, you're kind of struggling to look through it.
Honestly, it's going to be a wholesale.
I think it's going to be
a wholesale, bro.
Yeah, I think everyone else is going to be gone. And and even so, they have to be sure they even get into the they stay in the Premier League because St. Maximin will leave if not. Yeah, I'm trying to say these type of players. Callum Wilson, as I agree with Paul Merson when he said, if you're Newcastle and the first thing you're trying to do is, trying to get people off their seats and, enjoy the club, you're going to sign a goal scorer.
Yeah.
So, Callum Wilson scores. I do. No, I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player, but come on, if you're going to be like, we're marquee guys, you're going to look for a striker. Remember we spoke about that last time and I said, it'll probably be Cavani because if you're going to start a takeover.
I literally said on Robbie's stream, I was like, yo, Cavani would be a shout to just, for a year, come do your thing.
Do you remember who had a big takeover? People might be too young. Middlesbrough, and they bought bare man. They bought Janino, Boxic. They bought bare man. Merson. They bought bare man.
But that was like, I don't know.
That was a big money signing for them days. But they flopped. They actually flopped.
And that's my thing. I was gonna say with Newcastle is I think they have to be cautious on one end where they're not gonna get ripped off for players because with City's takeover. The good thing about them is they've never been ripped off. 65 million is the most they've ever spent, bro.
Well, now it's Jack Grealish, but yeah.
Well, Jack Grealish now, of course. But I'm just like, the one thing I always respected about City was how they built it. The stadium, the training ground, they building up the academy. They've always had their blood. And how many youngsters over the last couple of years? One of the best academies. Newcastle.
How many youngsters, boy? Only Foden, boy.
Who's that? City.
The academy. Sancho come from there.
Oh, you're talking about he didn't play.
I'm saying saying like their academy now is
they've got a good academy, but they go on and play like Diaz is at AC Milan and
for
shit.
The rest of the Premier League. Cole Palmer and them man.
But lastly, you were at the game, innit? Brentford game. Brentford, what's that atmosphere and that saying over there, man? We've got a few more minutes.
What a fucking stadium. What a stadium.
Hounslow hype.
What an atmosphere. Boshed up in Hounslow. Listen, I can't lie to you, it was a good game. I thought Brentford actually should have got something out of that game, man. Chelsea were playing. I want to
talk about Chelsea quickly.
I felt like this. We've touched on this in the last couple of episodes, but their creativity. I think 7 shots they had, 0 what was it?
Mm-hmm.
0 on target?
I don't, let me check. I can check the match.
I
Right,
think
keep going.
bro,
No,
there
keep
was
doing your
some
thing.
ridiculous stat I remember I saw, and I was like, they are really struggling here.
They couldn't have 0 on target because they scored, but it's not even loading. But for me, listen, I've got another one. You know when you just open on section 9.5, let me just point over.
We opened this case last week.
Where's 12.0? Oh, was the case open?
We opened the case last week.
So he's been arrested.
I
Has he been brought into questioning?
I don't know. I don't know if he's been called in for questioning.
Nah, I'm calling him in for questioning.
Alright.
6 games on the bounce without a goal. Romelu Lukaku. We have a case to present.
The only thing is, I don't think
Wait. We have a case to present.
Let the court present its case first.
Because at Manchester United, the same things happened. We had creativity issues. Lukaku, shout out my boy Ed QDL. He's asking, Lukaku, make your own shot. Create separation.
Create separation.
Step back. Jumper. Fade away. Do something. Lukaku's just standing, waiting around, hoping the ball is gonna get. He's gonna get a perfect ball and he's gonna score. For me, it's not gonna come that way. It's not gonna come that way. He's got to do more. And I've mentioned to you. And look, I'm not biased. I don't have an agenda against Lukaku. Yeah, they had one shot on target and it was the goal. And it was a defender. 79% of Chelsea's goals have come from defenders, whether it's an assist or goal. But I'm not doing it to get onto Lukaku. But everyone said that he's a changed man. He's a new man. I was even, for how long, I didn't want to give him his credit. Then I was like, you know what? The guy I'm seeing doing mad stuff. But he has to show that now because you see in Inter, a lot of his goals, I've always said it, Lukaku's the best counter-attacking striker in the world. But when it comes to, you now have to use your back to play, and I'm not going to sit here and diss his first touch now. That's standard level where people want to troll. But I'm talking about using your body, being that player. Can Mendy boot it to you once in a while and you control it on your chest and you bring in Timo Werner and you bring in, everything seems to be them trying to assist him or them trying to work for him. He has to do more in his overall game and that's the way he'll be able to score goals. And I'm not saying overall game like Martial who can link up with it or Firmino. No, I'm talking about, yes, get on the ball, turn, shoot. Drogba sometimes would say, what? It's not working for me against this back too. All right, I'm going to go bully the right back. I'm going to go bully the left back. I'm going to find a way to do something. Sometimes Drogba was even crossing in the box and people were scoring from his crosses. Yeah. He finds a way to make it happen. And Lukaku is going to have to do the same thing. I do think Chelsea, and I'm not one of them XG merchants, but they are completely out defying their XG. Chelsea should not be where they are if you're talking about XG stats. Chelsea... Bro, they're not creating chances. Again, as I said, you weren't here production, but 79% of Chelsea's goals have either been assisted or scored by a defender.
Crazy.
Bro, and Chelsea, this isn't sustainable. I'm telling Chelsea fans now, unless the performance levels improve massively, this isn't sustainable. And the top of the table clash will be Liverpool and City. They need to buck it up.
Lukaku thing as well. What's even more alarming is, was it last week or midweek? He had like an interview where they was asking him about his style of play and everything. And he almost did the best he could to remove himself from the target man stuff. He's like, I don't know why they see me as a target man now. That's not my only game or something. And I was like,
that's how you need to play in the Premier League.
People are complimenting you on the growth of your game, the fact that you've improved in that area. But he's like, nah, I don't want to be known for that. So I'm like, bro, this is actually a good thing. So that was a little bit alarming for me, where I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see what you can do then. Yeah. But one thing I do agree is that creativity. Tuchel as well, we have to look at him a little bit because he went from the 2-10s. And where it wasn't working, he's now gone to the Werner and Lukaku for the last couple of games. I don't think that's working either, because if you're going to do that, you've got to play what I feel a little bit more direct. I feel like you've got to let them actually run in behind. Let Werner use his pace. You said Lukaku is the best counter-attacking striker. Let him go running then. The fullbacks yesterday were so tucked in as well. Yeah, I think it's like, you if you're not going to get your creativity from the 2-10s, you're not going to get creativity from your out wide. Having Werner and Lukaku up top as sprinters is useless.
Yeah, it's weird that Chelsea have a big striker like that and they don't even want to get it wide and cross it into him, because for me, he's not like, I don't think Lukaku wants that. I don't think Lukaku wants to be a physical, in the air, dominant bully. I just don't think he wants to. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Got that dog in him. He ain't got that dog.
But listen, champs and duds of the week.
Hold on.
It's that moment.
Yeah. Actually, I'll give him a champ as well. Yeah. But it's in the Chelsea game as well.
Okay.
We need to talk on this disrespect. we need to talk on this
Yeah.
disrespect. Mendy. When we gotta put some respect on his name.
Bro,
And I'm not gonna do this. He's the best keeper in the world nonsense. But the Ballon d'Or snub is fucking ridiculous.
The thing about Ballon d'Or, he's not gonna win anyway.
He's
That's why I
not
don't even
gonna
care.
win. But I'm seeing Oblak, who's there just because he's got 14 clean sheets.
Yeah.
Oblak's just a big name. Cool. Why is he getting in there? This man's won the
He won
Champions
the La
League and
Liga.
played big parts,
Won
pulled
the
off
La
big
Liga.
saves. La Liga hype.
You're
Yeah, man. I feel like
Yeah.
Mendy is right now one of the best keepers in the world. And
Okay.
I feel like as a reward of being the European champion as well within that, you should be on the Ballon d'Or list. And that's not saying you're going to win the Ballon d'Or, but the Ballon d'Or 30-man final list should be, these were the best players this year. And I'm sorry, Mendy was one of them. Not
Bro.
on that list. And I'm seeing a lot of man on that list who, why are you there?
Simon Kier.
In the Premier League, because I'm not going to do well. Guys, where does he rank in the Premier League?
I'll be honest, I know people want to say 1, I'm going to say 2. Maybe 3.
Behind.
Alisson. I've got to put him behind. Alisson for me is the undisputed number 1. And he's proven that as well. So for Mendy to take that off him, I would have to see like...
Yeah, I like
multiple seasons
Edison.
and Edison was the one, second, maybe third is what I'm saying. Because for me, Edison's distribution and passing, one day we're going to have a dialogue. The brother is a midfielder playing in goal.
Yeah.
Crazy
Yeah.
what he does.
I think the reason why, you know what, with Mendy, I think, I know this sounds weird, but you know when you talk about a pure scorer, pure DM, or pure, I actually think he's the best pure goalkeeper in the Prem.
No, this is one thing I
Like,
will say though.
when it means, you look at his fundamentals, when it means rushing out, does he make himself absolutely massive? Yes. Does he catch the ball every time? Yes. Does he know when I'm going to punch the ball? Yes. When you're talking about the fundamentals of a
Traditional.
goalkeeper, I actually think he's the best.
Yeah.
Now, when you add everything in, the modern day, keeper sweeping, all this type of stuff, I'll put him third for now. I'll give you one more season to just punch them off that list. But pure goalkeeping, bro, he's unbelievable.
I hear you fully on that point. And me and Maze were saying that when we was in the stadium, it was like, as a traditional keeper, that's his bread and butter.
If he was in the
and
90s,
his class.
they'll be
Clear.
bruv. They'll
Clear.
love him, bro.
They would love him. But I do think that ball playing part is a weak part of his game. I think sometimes he dilly-dally. Like, whenever I see the ball pass back there, it's almost like you feel like he's going to lose it.
Yeah.
And then at the last second, he just gets it away. And you're
Yeah,
yo, bro, please stop
Heart
playing with it.
attacks.
Yeah. So for me, I just think there's been a severe, not disrespect, but
I think he's getting his
underappreciation.
flowers now.
He gets his flowers
I
now,
think
but
he's
there's
falling
an
into
underappreciation.
Salah territory of everyone saying you're
No
getting
one
too
is
much
giving him his
disrespect,
respect.
whereas you are getting respect.
Nah, man.
My dud of the week is Luis Felipe for Lazio.
I am glad you brought this up.
Because that is the funniest thing I've heard in so long.
I might give him a champ because he won.
Yeah, well, yeah. Man said, that was my dog. That's my best friend in football. We beat them. Man jumped on his back, yeah. His brother reacted fuming.
Yeah.
And then he got a red card and he's like crying.
I'm crying. I said, no. You can't do this.
I'm sorry.
I said,
That's
you're not serious.
for me. That's done of
One-
the week. But
yeah.
yeah, last one because we got to wrap up.
All right. Last one, Wolves for bottling that 2-goal lead to Wolves as well. And then also soon we're gonna open a very case on Leeds.
On Leeds, yeah,
We
Leeds.
gonna open a case. I saw the DMs. And sorry we couldn't get to the people's questions as well.
Yeah, we'll do that next week.
We'll spin the block on those next week. There were some good ones as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Listen, guys, that was another episode of Stoppage Time TV. As I said, 20% off STTV for the Manscaped birthday tomorrow. Make sure you drop your comments in below, and we are out.
Yeah. And Dos Locos midweek. Make sure you tune in. as
Wednesday,
well.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.